Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, and I'm going to be doing 2 days of my life. I really wasn't going to film today, which is why you guys do not have your morning coffee shots, but tomorrow morning I'll do it. But I just decided, like, this week I am working really hard, and I've got like intense money goals, and so I figured like there's not going to be a lot of footage anyways, so I should do 2 days. So I should start it now. So first of all, let me give you an update on Alaska. This is the first like Alaska prep video, right? So mainly my prep involves working a crap load so I can just be as prepared as possible money-wise. But also I have started packing. My mom has a ton of winter gear, so we went through it and she had a lot of the stuff that I need and wanted to bring with me. So I pretty much am like set on the winter gear part, which is really exciting, because I was like wondering how much money I'd have to spend on stuff. So that's really exciting. I've changed locations. On Monday, the first item on my to-do list was to change my insurance plan, because I realized that I don't have out-of-state insurance coverage on the plan that I currently have, which I'm currently on Medicaid. There's no out-of-state coverage except for like life-threatening emergencies, but you know, gotta prepare for worst case scenario, right? So okay, let's say I get COVID on the plane and I had to go into the hospital, that wouldn't be covered. So obviously I don't want to end up in $50,000 of hospital debt or more. So I was searching through the marketplace for new plans, and I couldn't find anything at first like that I could actually afford that would cover out-of-state coverage. But I finally found a plan by the end of the day. I was so stressed and I was considering like canceling the trip or switching the plans basically to go to Croatia, which was like my initial plan. But I ended up finding something so it blows, because like I'm gonna be paying almost $200 for my health insurance, which sucks, because I was hoping to be less. But at least I'll be covered. Thank God I figured that out, because I was so stressed and I was so scared I'd have to cancel the plan, like literally right after I told everyone about the plan. Started packing already. Guys, I basically as soon as I know I'm going on a trip, I start packing, even if it's 6 months away. Like, no joke. Before I went to Denmark, before I went traveling last year, I already had my bag packed. Like, I was literally already living out of my backpack before I left for my first trip to Austria. 2 or 3 months before I left, I think, I already was living out of my backpack. Like, I had it completely packed and I pretended that that was all my belongings as like a trial run. And so as soon as my mom gave me all the stuff that I need, pretty much, I packed my bag. Or I started putting stuff in there. So I'll give you a little sneak peek of that. This time I'm for real doing a pack with me, or like a pack what I packed for Alaska video. So I'm really excited. So I'm gonna flip the camera. Boom. So look, yeah, the bag's already full. Got some winter gear in here. We've got some thermal leggings. We've got some wool socks. We've got some hats, some gloves. So yeah, we're packing already. And then the most exciting part of all of this stuff is these shoes. I've got winter boots now. That my mom just had these, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And they fit me. They're Crocs, so they're a solid brand, comfortable. I can't believe it. So I'm all set on shoes. So that's your little sneak peek of my packing video. So that being said, welcome to the video. I'm just gonna get my butt to work now. I do have a women's circle today, which I'm excited about. That just means pretty much a gathering of women that are into the spiritual world, and we're going to just... I actually don't really know what it is because I haven't really done it before, but I know that it's just sort of a space to gather and share how you're feeling and explore your spirituality. So I'm really, really excited about that. The last one I did was that spiritual retreat the other weekend, which I mentioned in my other video, and it was freaking amazing and inspiring, so I'm super, super pumped. But let's continue with the video. Hey, so I've been working for about 2 hours and it's going really, really good, and I've got a movie that is like a horror movie. Horror. There's a really funny Whose Line Is It Anyway clip about horror. But I was just putting my shoes on and my nail broke, and like, how do I show this? It broke. Oh, and this is my middle finger too, so sorry, but like, it broke really far down. So that's scary. But they have free coffee at Dunkin' Donuts until December on Wednesdays. So I'm about to go pick that up right now. As you can see, maybe, I'm really, really tired. So I'm gonna get that, keep working on my movie. I've got about an hour and a half before the women's circle that I was talking about. So just a quick little 5-minute break. Dunkin' Donuts is super close. And then we continue. I made my own pumpkin spice latte, basically. I got just a black iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Or Dunkin'. Is its new name just Dunkin' now? I'm not sure. But I put pumpkin spice seasoning in here, soy milk, and stevia. And it's so good. I have to say, it might actually be better even than drinking the Nespresso pumpkin spice cake flavor, which is really sad because I spent a lot more money on that, obviously, since this was free. But I think just using the pumpkin spice seasoning gives the same amount of pumpkin flavor. But that's okay. I'll get over it. Yeah, so now I'm gonna get back to work for 1 hour. It's a few seconds later now. I cut my nails, and I just have a question for you guys. Do you ever cut your nails and just feel like a completely different person? Or like naked or something? Because they were so long, as you could see in that clip, like how much broke off. They were so long, and now it's like a completely different experience of life. Do you get what I'm saying? Also, I'm about to be super hyper from this coffee, and I'm so excited for it. Honestly, anybody who doesn't drink coffee, how do you do it? How do you survive without it? I just don't. It's just, this is like the greatest pleasure in my life, is drinking coffee. women's circle, and I feel so refreshed. Woo! I feel good. The caffeine was a lot, so I was like feeling really buzzed, and then I had this like, there was a lot of meditating and journaling in the women's circle, so it was just like very, very cleansing. I feel like I took a bath, and then I did shower afterwards and drink water, because when you do energy work like that, you're supposed to do that. I probably shouldn't get into all that stuff, but I feel amazing. My mom's gonna be home soon with sushi. Woo! So I need to do the dishes before she gets home. And yeah, feeling very refreshed. The movie that I'm doing is going really, really well, so I should be able to finish that in, I want to say, like 2 more hours, maybe. Yeah, I think around 2 more hours, and then I'll have still maybe 3 or 4 hours of work to do. But once me and my mom eat and stuff, I'll probably get back to work around 5 and then go until 8 or 9 again, and it should be good. Should be good. So feeling great. Y'all, I've pretty much just been working. I don't know the last clip I showed you, but I had sushi, and then I've been sitting here working, and I think I'm on point. So I'll finish that in the morning and then keep working, and that's about it. It was a good day. I was productive. And I also had, some relaxing times. Very tired. I really don't like working till 9, but I've been taking a lot of breaks lately. Plan tomorrow is not to take as many breaks, but we will see what happens. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning. I am so not feeling it right now. I don't want to work at all. But I really, really have to. So I've just done my morning routine. So I'm just going to work as long as I can last. So minimum of 20 minutes, basically. And then I'm gonna go take a break. So I'm saving my breakfast and my walk so that I don't have to sit here for too long, because I'm lazy as hell right now. Which is really bad because I have to get so much done today. But we'll see. We'll see how we do.
But you make me feel I'm the bad guy now. I'm the one to blame somehow. I only ever wanted to be yours. Oh, yours. But now I thought that I
if you're wondering if I ate that whole plate of food, I did. I didn't intend to, because when I looked at it on the plate, I'm like, ooh, this is a lot of food. But I ate it all. But that's fine. The greatest part about eating healthy is that I can eat such large amounts of food and never gain weight because I don't eat any of the things that would make you gain weight. So that's pretty great. Yeah, so now it's time to get back to work. Really struggling, trying to figure out if I should have that second coffee now or save it for another break. I probably should save it for another break. That's kind of what I do when I'm feeling really lazy or just having one of those days where I just have no motivation whatsoever. I plan little breaks that I would have to take anyways, and I'll just do them more often. So I'll work in shorter chunks instead of sitting for like 2 hours at a time and then taking a break, or an hour. I'll do 30 minutes and take a break. And that works really well for me. I personally do not mind working throughout the day and having breaks throughout my day and then going later into the night. Like, it'd be ideal to not do that and to kind of just work straight through as a work day and then have a bigger relaxation at night. But I don't know, I don't mind working until super late. Or, well, by super late I mean 9. I don't mind it because I get to kind of have nicer, relaxed moments throughout the day and not just sort of be completely miserable for like 8 hours straight. So I don't know, it works for me. I've still been quite productive despite like all the breaks, so I don't know, that's what I do for now. It's always changing, like the work from home routine. It changes every day, it changes every week, it changes every season, like depending on what country I'm in or where I'm living and who's around me. I change things. And I mean, that's the beauty of the job that I have, is the flexibility of it. The freedom to, if I wake up a certain day and just feel like absolute crap, the freedom to be able to say, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to do it Saturday instead, or I'm going to work extra hours the rest of the week to make up for it. That is absolutely, like, indescribable. Like, it's really, really, it's the main reason that I love this so much. What I do. I just absolutely love it. I will say that, like, working such a flexible job, it is so hard to get the motivation right. Like, it took me years. I've been working this job for maybe, on and off, of course, for maybe 3-4 years. It took so long to get to a place where I actually get what I plan to get done in a day done. And now I'm at a place where I do that. And of course that changes. Like, there's weeks where I don't. But for the most part, 90% of the time, I'm getting done what I plan to get done in a day. So that is very, very good. But it does take practice and time and adjustment if you are in a situation like that, or if you're interested in being in a situation like that. I will say it is a struggle. At least it was for me. So I think I'm ready to get to work now. So let's do it.
Chill now, try to pretend, but I don't know this ghost of a friend I once had. I want you back. I never
6:30. Making good progress on work. I'm now captioning a animated movie, which I really don't like animated movies, but movies are really, really good for captioning a lot of times because there's not nonstop talking. So it's actually one of the better things to caption. Although you sometimes have to get creative with the atmospherics, like, you know, gunfire blasting or whatever. You have to sometimes get creative with that kind of stuff. But feeling much more awake now. And I'm just gonna do the dishes and get back to work. I'm really, really hoping that I can finish early today and not 9 o'clock. But that would probably require me not stopping every hour. So we'll see about that. But, what I wanted to talk about is that, I can't talk about it right now. I am so hungry today, you guys. I swear to you, I think I've had like 3 meals since I saw you last. I had some baked beans just now. I've been, for whatever reason, obsessed with baked beans. I had a bowl of the curry that I made the other day. Is it in this video? Not sure. But I made some curry, and then I think I ate something else. I had the coffee. I don't know. I've had a lot of stuff, a lot of food. I might have talked about this in the video yesterday, but like my mom has a ton of wool socks. And so since I travel with just a backpack, although this time I might have a backpack and a suitcase, I still am very limited in the things that I bring. I don't know why I'm out of breath. So I'm trying to pick out of like the 100 socks she has, which ones are like perfect, because I'll probably only bring 2, maybe 3. So, you know, I'd ask your opinion, but by the time you see this, I'll be in Alaska already. So, I like these and they fit. The ones I wore yesterday were pink. They did not fit because like they were falling off my foot. They were too big. And I have one friend in particular who would be really upset about that. I often borrow my parents' socks or like take hand-me-down socks from people. So sometimes they don't really fit. But like, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. Well, I guess it bothers me now because I don't want those. But these I like, except that they're black. And all of the clothes that I'm bringing is probably going to be like black. So I don't, especially my pants, like I'm pretty much, I think, only bringing leggings, and I'll like layer them when it's cold. But so I'm thinking I should have like color pops with the socks. So God, I can't get this right. I feel like I should have pop of color in the sock area. So like I like these and they might come, but I don't know. Okay, here's the next pair up for consideration, and you guys, the second I slipped these on, I knew. These are the ones. These are coming along with another pair of blue socks. So I think we're going for a blue sock theme. Also, I'm probably going to buy socks when I'm there because I really like to, I don't really buy souvenirs. Like standard souvenirs, I guess. I mean, that's because I'm traveling, so I can't just keep carrying these like trinkets with me. But I like to buy useful things that I can keep as my souvenir from certain places. So like I bought shoes and a raincoat when I was in Portugal because I had to. But it's really fun to have like this practical item that I can keep for a long time and have it also remind me of that place. I still have a scarf that I bought in Denmark when I studied abroad there for a year, and I just, every time I look at it, makes me happy. So being like a minimalist like I am, having like every item have like a significance to it is really, really cool. So these were like Cinderella's shoe. They just felt right. They're like really tight, which I like, and I mean they're gonna, expand as I wear them, stretch out. And then, I don't know, I just love them. I love how they fit. I like the blue because we need to change at least a little from all black. So, yeah. And I did not expect to be one of those vloggers talking about their outfits, but, this is like Alaska prep time, right? So I need to discuss what's going on as far as that. And right now, we're trying on socks. So we've got 2 pairs right now picked out. Those might be it. I mean, that literally might be all. But I don't know. That seems scary to only have 2 socks. Now I'm used to having everything I need with me. So the idea of going back to my little backpack, as exciting as it is, I'm also a little scared that I'm out of practice with it. But this is you're on a roller coaster. It's just going up and down, right? Back to work now.
My mother told me I should trust my intuition, and my intuition tells me something to stay right. You've been deflecting all the simplest of questions, and that ain't gonna fly. My father told me I should keep my reputation in mind, and baby girl, my reputation's on the line.
Find some food, buddy.
That are spreading, so don't hang me up to dry. But you've been staring at your phone, ain't going away from me, so I don't see the person that you're texting. Wish I believed you when you said he's just a friend. Whoa. But what you didn't know is I could read the message you were sending in your sunglasses.
Hi guys. It's 9 o'clock now. I'm still working, but I'm gonna end out the video now. I have about an hour's worth of work left. So I'm gonna end out the video here because I'm gonna just try and finish that workout so that I don't have to do anything tomorrow morning. I was gonna try and get stuff done, or I was originally planning to do a little bit of work in the morning. But if I finish this, then I don't have to. So I'm hoping to finish that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you next week. And if you enjoyed, please hit the like button. And please subscribe. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.
In your sunglasses reflections, I don't ever wanna see that name again. No, because I got my heart on the line. Now you should cut it into pieces once again. My friends were looking at me crazy when I told them that I think you're worthy of a second try. I told them nothing wouldn't settle to the surface on a 15-hour drive. Then we were rolling to the most ironic song that I wrote, when we both sang the lyrics.